Okay, good morning. Okay, I hope everyone did okay yesterday with the gains and losses T-chart. I realize it's a little monotonous, but I know that it's going to be helpful in the long run. So today we're going to officially start the adding integers unit, or the integers unit, sorry, and we're going to start with adding integers. And there's some rules that I usually type out and hand out for notes, but I think we can just walk through this. So the rules are, there's two different rules because we're going to talk about two different situations. And the first one is rules for adding integers if the signs are the same, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. So you'll often see these written with brackets around it, holding in the positive to let you know that that's a positive force. So the first thing we check is, are we adding? Yes. So if the signs are the same, and they are in this case, we keep the sign and we simply add the digits. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, and sometimes you'll see it written as positive 9, but we all know that 9 without the positive sign in front of it is still positive, it's implied. Okay, next question. I'll show you a different example. Okay, so the rule is we're adding, the signs are the same. So we keep the sign and we add the digits. So the digits are the numbers without the signs. Negative 9. Okay, and I'm just going to show you why that T-chart was important, okay? If we did that T-chart yesterday, you can see that the 4 is a negative, so we would have put it on this side. The 5 is a negative, we would have put it on this side. And when we added it up, we would have had negative 9. It's really important for your brain to process that, and this can be a coping strategy if we get to questions where sometimes the numbers you can't do in your head right away, or you get yourself a little confused. You set it up on the T-chart, and you can see it all showed up on the negative side there. Okay, so next example, if I had negative 11 plus negative 11. Okay, so thinking about the rules, if we're adding and the signs are the same, we keep the sign and we add the digits, so we don't even think about the negative anymore. We think 11 plus 11 is 22, and that's our final answer. One more, and then we'll move on to the other side of this. It's going to be nice and short today. Positive 8 plus positive 7. We're adding, that's the first thing we check. Signs are the same. Keep the sign, add the digits. 8 and 7 is 15, or simply 15. Okay, now we're going to move on. Okay, so up here it's the signs were the same, so obviously down here it's going to be signs are different. So just have to think about this a little bit. Okay, we're still adding. That's important that we check that. We're adding. So when the signs are different, okay, we take the sign of the largest digit. Okay, so 15 is bigger than 11. So we're not even concentrating on the signs. All we're doing is we're thinking, which number is bigger? 15. Okay, and we find the difference between the two. So it's an adding question, but it actually turns into a subtracting question. Positive 4. And I just want to show you on the T-chart how that works. Positives on this side, negatives on the other. So we had a 15 on the positive side and 11 on the other. So 15 minus 11, which is 4. So that makes sense. That's just another way to visually see it. Some teachers teach this on the number line too, so I might do that at some point. Okay, if I had negative 17 and I added positive 6, okay, we're adding, that's the first thing I check. Which digit is larger? 17. So I know it's going to be a negative answer, and then I simply find the difference between 17 and 6. And see here, I'm not even worried about the negatives. That's not even coming into my brain. I've already decided that the answer is going to be negative, and now I'm working with numbers that I'm comfortable with. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1, we have negative 11. And again, if I use the T-chart, positive on this side, negative on the other, okay? 17 here, 6 on the other. 6 minus 17. Okay, we can see clearly here that it's going to be a negative answer because the negative number is bigger. Okay, I'm actually going to stop there because I'm not going to beat this to death. I'm going to snap a picture of an assignment, and again, decide how much of it you need to work through. Some of you will catch on really quick, and some of you will just want to do a little bit more practice, and that's entirely up to you. I'm also going to send some science today because math is the handmaiden to all sciences. All right, talk to you soon.